Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've seen one of my videos before. My name's Tyler, and in this video I'm going to be telling you how to get the top grade in GCSE Maths. So GCSE Maths is actually one of my favourite subjects. I used to hate GCSE Maths, but then when I got to like year 10, 11, I started loving it. And that's because I did these things that I'm going to tell you to do to make me love the subject. So this video is split up into like two main sections. So it's like before the exam season in like year 10, I don't know, in year 11, stuff like that. And then the other section is actually what to do when you actually sat down in the exam doing the paper. So yeah, I hope you find this useful and we'll get straight onto it. So my first tip actually in lessons is to ask your teacher for help. This one's so important. Like, so many people get stuck but they don't think to go to their teachers, and I feel like that's just so stupid. Like, some people go, oh, I'm really stuck, I don't know how to do it, but it's like, you have a teacher that can help you. They are paid to help you. Why are you not going to them? They want to help you. Yeah, your teachers, they're paid to help you. Ask them to help you. The amount of times I had to go up to my teacher and say, sir, I don't know how to do this, can you help me? And I'll do it all the time, but it improved my math skills. Like, this is like one of the most important things I can tell you. Go to your teacher if you're stuck. My second tip is another thing that people tend to not do, and that's to do your homework. Or do it properly. If you do it properly. Because I cannot tell you, I think 9 out of 10 people I've met, that when they do their maths homework, they take the photo of it on one of those apps, and it gives them the answer straight away. I'll admit, I've done it, to be fair. Like, when your homework's due the day after, you're actually doing it and you have no time to go to your teacher because it's due at like 8 AM the next day. But it's just pointless. Yeah, you get the answer, and yeah, you get the homework done so you don't get detention, but you're not improving your maths. And if you really care about getting those top marks and a top grade in GCSE Maths, don't use these, because these apps and these websites that you're using are literally just taking marks away from you. They're not allowing you to learn from anything. And don't give me those excuses where they say how to do it, because I know some of them will tell you how to get to the answer, but let's face it, no one reads that. But yeah, do your homework. Like, take your time with it. Do it when it's set, not the day before it's due. Take your time. You should probably have about a week maybe to do homework. Like, I know at my school we had a week to do each piece of homework. Take your time with it. Make sure you get the correct answers, and if you don't get the correct answers, go to your teacher before it's due. Now the next one is to actually focus in lessons. Another thing that people tend to not do. I know it's fun to have fun, like I did it all the time, but I feel like if I focused more, I would have got better marks in my maths GCSEs. Focus in lessons, because when you actually focus, you do realise how easy some things are. Some things are so hard, but really you got to blame yourself because you're sat there not even listening. So what's the point? Like, it's going to be hard because you don't know what the teacher's been telling you for the past 10 minutes because you've been picking at a bit of glue stuck to the table. Yeah, focus in lessons. I tell you that for a fact, it will improve your maths. Focus in lessons, that's all you need to do. Just listen. I'm not even saying do maths, just listen. It will help. Now when it comes to revision for maths, you need to literally just do the maths. Like, there's no other thing you can do. Just do the maths. Don't do flashcards, don't do mind maps. Do maths. It's so simple. Like, that's as simple as it is. Do the maths if you want top marks. Do as many exam questions as you can. I remember I did this, but did this very late on. Like, I did it like a few weeks before my exams. I would just start doing the questions. I didn't do enough. I recommend January. You start doing those questions and you do like a maths paper maybe each week, like one paper a week. It's doable. They take like an hour and 15 each, hour and 30 maybe. But yeah, do as many exam questions as you can, because maths tends to have similar questions that will pop up in your GCSEs. For example, Pythagoras theorem and trigonometry, they tend to always pop up, I've realised. So just focus on questions that you know are going to get asked most likely in your real exams. Now is the next section, and that's actually in the exam. What to do in the exam. First off, what I'll say, bring a bottle of water. Don't bring juice, bring a bottle of water. It needs to be a clear liquid. Bring a bottle of water, and don't put a label on your bottle, because they will just rip the labels off. Don't bring a bottle also that's not see-through. You have to bring a clear water bottle with water in it. They'll let you have that, but anything else, they'll take it off because you could be cheating, whatnot. Because when you drink water, it hydrates your brain and it makes your brain work better. Also, bring a clear pencil case. Oh my God, I remember when it's my exams, I'm pretty sure we had 3 to 4 people that like got their pencil cases taken off them a day just because they brung the wrong pencil case in. You can't bring a pencil case that's not clear because you can easily hide notes in that. You can easily hide like flashcards and formulas. You can write them on the pencil case. You have to bring like a clear pencil case. And please don't be one of those people that just turn up to the exam with a pencil and a pen and maybe like a ruler. Bring everything you need. You need your compass, you need your projector, you need your calculator, pencils and pens and rubbers. You only get one chance to sit these exams. Don't muck it up. Yeah, also eat before the exam, because trust me, anyone will tell you this and you've probably heard it before, if your belly goes off in that exam, if your belly starts rumbling, doesn't stop, and it's really loud, and trust me, people look. It's happened to me in my mocks before, not my real exam luckily, because I listened to my advice, but in my mocks, my belly went off, and it was so awkward because people do give you looks, the invigilators give you a little, like give you a little look, so yeah. Eat. Now when it comes to actually doing the questions, my top piece of advice to do with doing questions is to actually attempt every question. So many people that I know just go, oh yeah, like I saw this question, didn't know it, so I moved on. Yeah, move on if you honestly do not have a clue. Like if you do not have a clue in the slightest and you know you aren't going to get any marks, then move on because you are wasting your time. But so many people, they look at it and go, looks too hard, move on. Like try and write down formulas, you know, try and just work something out. Even if you know it's not the answer, try and work something out, because you get marks for working stuff out to actually get to the answer. It's not just the answer that will give you marks, it's your workings out that give you marks as well. But yeah, move on if you don't know the question, but try every question, especially if they're multiple choice. Don't leave a multiple choice question blank. Like, do not leave a multiple choice question blank. I swear down, like you have literally got the answer in front of you. Now, if you're really stuck, I'd recommend you try and get half the paper complete. They say that for foundation tier, if you get half the paper complete, you'll get a grade 4, and you have to get half the paper complete in every single paper. And for higher tier, I think it's like a grade 7 you can get if you get half the paper complete. So what I try to do is try to focus really hard and try and gain as many marks as I can for the first half of the paper. And I'm pretty sure there is like staples in the booklet, so you can actually see when you get to the middle, because there'll be some staples. Just when you get to the staples, just be like, oh, okay, you know, I did half, and then just keep trying though after that half, because the chances are you're not going to gain every single mark in that half the paper. Still try just as much as you did, but just know that if you feel like you did really well in the first half, you're onto a good start. It's also good to know that, I'm pretty sure you maybe know this, but the questions tend to go from easy to hard. So like at the start of the paper, the questions will be quite easy, but at the back of the paper, these are going to be the hardest questions. So don't worry too much if you don't get these questions that are at the back, because I didn't, and they were very hard. They're designed for that, like a very few students do actually get the top marks when it comes to the back paper. Just focus mainly on the questions that are at the start of the paper and the middle of the paper. Now, my last piece of advice when it comes to actually doing the exam is show your workings. So many people don't show their workings. You get marks for showing your workings. If you're not showing your workings, they're not going to give you some marks. Like, they might give you the marks if you get the answer right, but if you're not showing your workings, but yet you get a working wrong, they're not going to give you these error carried forward marks. Don't just write down the answer, because if you just write down the answer, if that answer's wrong, you won't get any marks. But if you show your workings, you could gain a few marks from when you've worked things out. Even if you got it wrong, they could give you some marks for doing the right calculations but getting the wrong answer. So that's it for my tips on GCSE Maths. I really hope you do well in your exams. I know you will, because you're watching this video, so it shows you're dedicated and motivated to do well in maths. I really hope you enjoy maths, make the most out of it, because trust me, believe it or not, you might miss maths. I miss maths. I don't do it for A level now. I did get a grade 7, 1 mark away from a grade 8 though, so I kind of see it as I got a grade 8. Kind of. Enjoy maths, because you'll miss it. You actually might miss it, or you might just miss being in the lessons. Maths is a satisfying subject when you actually know what you're doing. It's satisfying getting that right answer in maths. So yeah, I hope you take all of my advice onto account and actually listen to it and apply it to your lessons and apply it to your exams, because trust me, this advice works. I've did it myself and I know loads of people that have done it. I watch YouTube videos where people have done this exact same thing, things like mine, and they've got those top grades. Listen to my advice and you'll do well in GCSE Maths. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you next one.